Good evening and welcome to the February 16th, 2022 meeting of the Town of Waterboro Planning Board. Tonight we have one item on our agenda, and that is an application submitted by Fabian Oil for a bulk propane storage and a filling station. But before we take up our items this evening, we'll please ask Angela to call the roll of the board.
Clyde Smith.
Present.
Edward Zolmanow.
Present.
Lori Anthony.
Here.
Rebecca Higgins.
Present.
Diane Gregg. Present. All members are present.
Great, thank you. All right, first item to look at is the meeting minutes of the January 19th, 2022 meeting. Our last meeting back on February 2nd did not take place, so there are no minutes. So the only ones we need to review are the January 19th. Everybody had a chance to look through them. Are there any changes or suggestions?
Items needing signature. We approve the findings of fact for Miles Machine LLC. That was it. Thank you.
All right, is there anything else on the minutes? All right, hearing none, then the minutes will be adopted as written and edited. So moving on, new business. We have an application from Fabian Oil for a bulk propane storage and filling station at 1120 Sokokis Trail in North Waterboro. We'll just ask Lee J to introduce this to the board before we hand it over to the applicant.
Certainly, thank you. Good evening, everyone. As you may recall, last fall there was a petition to change the zoning ordinance to allow for bulk storage of propane and storage transfer facilities, and that was approved by, recommended by you and approved by the Select Board, and so the applicant now is here with their project, Fabian Oil. They are seeking approval to locate 30,000 gallon bulk propane storage and filling station facility at the facility known as Deep Pond Fuels on Sokokis Trail, Route 5 in North Waterboro. In order to site the facility, the applicant will also be constructing an extension of the drive access to a cul-de-sac on the rear of the parcel behind the existing structures. The plan also calls for a small tank bottling filling station on the northwest portion of the property. The access way will be reclaimed asphalt, while the remaining portion of the service area, which currently exists, will remain compacted gravel. The radius of the cul-de-sac will be large enough to service the current fire department vehicles. This has been reviewed by the fire department and is satisfied with the roadway design. Staff review on the project also occurred as required by the ordinance. You are reviewing meets all of the changes that have been requested by the staff as part of our review. The applicant has provided photos of other like facilities around the state, and photo of this facility has been superimposed to show you the proposed development. The submittal packet also includes a plan that shows distances of the bulk tanks to neighboring properties. Under completeness, the applicant has not requested any waivers of the submission. I would suggest that the application could be found complete if the planning board agrees. And tonight, if you find it complete, you could set the date for a site walk if you feel one is needed, and the public hearing. And with that, the recommendations, once we get to it, would include anything that might come out of a public hearing, but my recommendations are compliance with all oral and written materials submitted to the board during the review of the project. Site-specific emergency response training is provided to staff of the Waterboro Fire Department upon completion of the project, but before occupancy is granted. And the staff fire marshal has already, again, met with the applicant and us, and there's been an agreement on doing that. And as-built plans are provided to the fire department indicating the location of all emergency valves and or control locations.
Great, thanks, Lee J. Good evening. How are you this evening?
I'm pretty good.
Good. Floor is all yours.
Thank you. I do have an answer to your one question. You don't forget I have to answer that question.
All right.
So we've been in town since 2019 through an acquisition.
Yeah, I don't mean to interrupt. I just need you to identify
yourself.
yourself.
Oh, I'm sorry. My name is Hillel Weisel with Fabian Oil, also representing E23 LLC, which is the company we formed to own the property.
Great, thanks. Sorry for interrupting.
No,
you.
that's no problem. So we've been in, we acquired this facility in 2019. We've been good neighbors, active business participants in the town and the neighboring area. Well, the reason we're doing this, I mean, there's obvious reasons to add infrastructure to the energy distribution network throughout the state. But this has been a pretty trying year. I'm sure everyone has read all the articles in Portland and Maine. You know, not only with the weather, but with driver shortages, it's difficult to get everybody where they need to be. So we drive quite a distance for our propane. Having the propane here keeps our trucks from having to drive far distances and then back, and driver wear and tear on the vehicles, and able to service the customers at the same time. So it's been coming down to just-in-time delivery, not just for our company, but for a lot of companies because of that. We don't see a break in the staffing issues with drivers in the near future. Frankly, a lot of our drivers down, we're doing okay now, but a lot of our drivers down in the southern Maine were poached by companies like FedEx and UPS, and we can't compete with that. So our proposal is to put in this facility, which would help our distribution, make it easier on the company to get the product where it's needed to be for the customers in the Waterboro district. We've done this, we do this all over the state. This is a small scale development. We have some that are similar to it, some that are much larger than this. And we've had a meticulous safety record. And we take safety, not only for us, but for the community and our neighbors, very important to us. I'm here to answer any questions.
Great, thanks. So we'll throw it to the board now. Any questions, comments?
I just have a quick question. I see the proposed tank on the,
Can we go to the Waterboro one?
on this site.
That'd be great.
And I'm just curious, like this one you have up now, that's in J.
Yeah.
I was just trying to do a comparison. See, I can see the truck, and then I see the tank. That tank is not superimposed, correct? That's
No,
actually
that is
there.
a tank, that's right there.
So is that the 30,000 gallon that's gonna, that you're
So there's
proposing?
two types of 30s. There's the short fat ones like this one, they call them stubbies, and then there's the long, I have another picture of a long skinny one. Those are longer skinny ones. Most probably it will be the one you saw before this, not this.
Not this,
Yeah,
okay.
the most of the tanks that are being produced now are the smaller ones.
Okay.
This is the one, okay, there you go. So we have a slide that shows distances. I don't know if you want to look at that too, but
I was just trying to wrap my head around the size of it, but
so
yes.
it's roughly this. It's roughly the size of two trucks,
Okay.
you know, in length. But the tanks do not actually hold 30,000 gallons. Just want to be clear. So
Right,
you only
even
hold
for
80% of it.
Yeah, just like our tanks.
So the size of the tanks are gauged in water capacity,
Okay.
not gas capacity, or liquid capacity.
Thank you.
So that is the proposed Waterboro site as we drew up and then superimposed over the property. So you had your question
Yes,
had to do with this right here.
correct.
This is a structure.
Okay.
So there, apparently before, there must have been a loading dock or something here. This is actually a ramp. So this area, the elevation is much lower than this area. So the terminal was originally proposed by the engineers over here. I thought it best to put it down here because of the house over there. So when you drive in, you're going to go down and into this area. There is nothing as far as sound or anything here. And with it being down here, they won't even know. You barely even see it.
And what's your hours of operation?
Daytime operation when it's staffed. I mean, there'll be times when a truck, you know, when it's really super cold, we'll have to have a tractor trailer come in and unload. But generally, our retail operations are not at night.
How many trips are you anticipating?
Tractor trailers?
Or your fuel trucks coming in and out, everything?
We have, right now we have one propane truck there. We'll probably have two. So
Okay.
if they do 1, 2 a day, 3 at the most a day, 6.
Okay, so, all right, not a
Yeah.
lot. So you're not going to have a fleet of vehicles coming?
No,
in?
we have 2 oil trucks and 1
Okay.
propane truck there. Our plan is to have an additional propane truck here.
Okay, great. One more.
Was this Deep Pond or Deer Pond?
Deer Pond.
Dear Paul.
Dear.
Did I say deep?
It's
just-
written as Deep
Ah.
also.
It's just a
Oops,
typo.
typo. My fingers don't keep up with those
Right.
things.
Yeah,
It
Deep
just
is
struck me, I'm
like,
like,
no, it's Deer Pond, but
Deer
that's,
Pond.
yeah, Deer Pond. And then, my only other question is, where is the water course in relation to the tank?
The water course?
Yeah, I don't know what its name is, but there is a,
I don't know. Water is not really a factor when it comes to propane because it doesn't spill.
but, oh, that's true. I never thought
It
of it.
never, it never really comes into any
It doesn't come in
consideration.
of the
no.
ground. Okay, all right.
It's not a ground. It's
it
not a
just-
groundwater.
It just settles
fluid.
at the ground and goes to the lowest.
Well, that would be a vapor.
Right.
But propane is you know, it's a liquid at minus 44 degrees, released from pressurized container, it becomes a vapor. So it's not a groundwater contaminant. So
Okay.
it never really comes up. So I apologize, I don't have the answer.
The only contaminant would be anything leaking from the trucks.
Well, like you said, yeah, there's propane tank, but then you've
Yeah.
got tractor trailers and
Yeah, we're
trucks.
we're not. There's nothing going to be there more than what's there now. I mean, there are trucks and tractor trailers and cars there now. So
Lori,
Yep.
closest, the street, I think this, what you're thinking of is gonna be over 520 feet.
I got
away
450
from-
usually.
there's
On the
water
contrast.
across the street, right? Yeah, it's way across the road.
There's also a stream that runs through the.
Yeah, I'm unaware of that. I apologize.
And then my only other thing was, you had an odor setback of 195 feet in your paperwork.
Okay. I don't have it in front of me. Can we go to the screen of the site plan? So, there you go.
And the only thing I noticed was right now, there is a lot that is undeveloped right now on the south side.
Here?
Yep, that one
Okay.
right there. And I noticed you held it back from the house from the north side. I was wondering if there was any way to move it or shift it a little bit so it's the 195 feet over to the north.
So you want us to move it that way?
Yeah, just like 25 feet.
25 feet can make a difference.
No,
Not
I'm trying to catch up. What is?
There's an undeveloped lot
Yes,
that's next door. And
the Prescotts, yes,
yeah, I think it's the sister.
yes.
And I was just wondering, you know, it was held to one side. It makes a nice straight thing.
So what you can't see is the contour of the land here. So the elevation changes right here, right about here.
All right.
So we would have to remove considerable to continue.
Oh, is there a knoll there?
Yeah.
Well, this area here is elevated well below the area up top.
Okay, all right. So there'd be a lot of more,
Oh, that would be the
Impact.
excavation project, removing the material.
Okay.
And the contour line.
We're trying to keep everything as is.
okay. So you're trying to keep it as close to existing grade.
Yeah, I mean, as it is now, we would not have to change the contours of the property.
Okay, all right. And regarding the grading, of course, that does slope down towards the tank. When it gets to the tank area, where are you gonna divert it to? To the back of the storage? Is there gonna be a culvert,
What are we diverting?
rainwater?
So right now, anything that comes down here into
Yep.
here,
Yep.
out to here.
Because that's higher. You go up into those storage
Yeah.
units, it goes up.
And then it just crosses your road? your proposed road, it will just cross down into towards the next lot?
I don't know that it's gonna reach it, because it's not paved. Nothing's paved there. So,
Yeah, it's reclaimed asphalt.
well, only this is reclaimed asphalt. So over here, it was unlikely that anything would reach that far.
Okay, all right. I'm just
Because it
asking
would just
questions.
absorb, it's not, it's impervious. No, it's not impervious, I'm sorry. I understand.
Yeah, it's pervious.
Yeah.
All right, barring the excavation, additional excavation.
We're also, one of the requests and requirements for the town was having snow storage areas, which we designated there too, so
Okay.
that was the fire department request.
They want to keep it all clear.
Yeah, so we need places to put that too.
Yeah. Okay, thank you.
What's this, I'm sorry,
That's the one.
what's the size of the, I know you called it a stubby,
They are like 11 feet in diameter
so like
by,
two trucks, I'm just,
so figure, alright, maybe they're 45 feet long.
okay. And that fence goes all,
I think we can give it to you, he's got the scale.
and that's fine, EJ, thank you. The fence goes all the way around,
Just around the tank,
just around the tank, with the gate on the one end.
that's correct.
45 feet.
45.
45.
I think they come in 45s and 64s, so we're probably bringing in 45.
Anything further from anyone?
Is there going to be security lighting on?
We'll have lighting, we usually put up cameras at our facilities. We have cameras at the building now, it's just adding another more up there. So just so you know, our facilities all have complete shutdown. They're nitrogen or compressed air shutdowns, so when you walk out the door and flip the switch, it drains all the air lines. And all the valves and all the safety controls are controlled by the air. So with the absence of air or nitrogen, nothing operates. That's all NFPA 58, which is what we go by and what the fire department is looking for.
Yeah, so that's that last condition, having an as-built plan, providing the fire department indicating the locations of all emergency valve and/or control locations. They want to know where all the shut-off locations are, so if they ever do get called out there, they're going to know exactly where to go to shut the system down.
Hopefully it's by that door to the gate.
So there's specific requirements. So
Right.
So NFPA 58 says it can't be any closer than 25 feet, but it can't be any farther than 100 feet away. So we put them in all the places that we're required to, and then at the building we'll have it, because a lot of times likely there won't be anybody out there. It'll be locked up, and the staff will be in the building. They don't even have to go out; just hit a button. There's different types of shutoffs. There's shutoffs. There's all stops. There's evacuation. There's all different levels of requirement for NFPA 58.
Does anybody on the board feel that we need a site walk?
I drive by it every day, so I don't have to.
Yeah, I don't even think we're gonna see it, because you go around the building and you go out
And that-
past the storage units.
It's unlikely
Yeah,
that from the
it's
road
off
you're
street.
going to see it. It might be. I don't even think so, because he goes up by the storage building. You probably won't even
It's
see
gonna
it.
be behind the
And
storage.
from the south side, it's all wooded land, and from the other side, because of the elevation change, maybe you'll see the top of it. You're barely going to see it.
I don't need to.
All right, so it sounds like the consensus of the board is no site walk is needed. If there are no other questions or comments, tonight our review is to determine whether the application is complete, and if so, we would need a motion.
We're going to establish the public hearing after.
Yep.
I am relying heavily on everybody else that has brought us all this information. And especially the fire department. I know that we had discussed this previously, and they seem happy with the application. So, I'm
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, I was relying on the Department of Public Works. They're going to be satisfied with the road. Code
They are.
enforcement, I hope, is going to be happy with the apparent property lines and to meet all the setbacks. So there was no issues with the code enforcement office? Okay, I will make a motion to find this application complete.
Do we have a second? Seconded by Clyde. So we got a motion finding that the application is complete. All in favor? We have 5 yeas. Now we can set the date for a public hearing. How's the next meeting sound? In 2 weeks.
That's fine with me.
So that would be March 2nd.
Can you meet all your advertising?
It's all done. It's all set to go. Tomorrow morning.
All right, so it sounds like we'll have the public hearing on March 2nd then. Is there anything further on this application that we need to take up tonight? Okay, then we're
Staff
all
seems to
set.
be happy, so.
Yeah, no, we did meet with Hillel in our staff review, asked lots of questions, and he did make some minor adjustments that needed to be made, but we're all satisfied.
He's also met with Mike a couple of times prior to even getting
Yes.
to here,
Okay.
so
And Mike
very
has seen
well-
the situation.
Very well put together application, and everything that we basically needed is here in front of us, so that's why it's able to go through.
I think it's done first.
All right, so we're all set. The public hearing will be March 2nd then, so we'll see you then.
Is that 6:30 also?
6:30, yes.
Thank you, appreciate it.
All right, is there anything else that needs to come before the board this evening? Other than hopefully we get some people to apply to be on the board? Dennis, we know if there's been any applicants?
Plugged it back out onto the website and Facebook. Anybody knows of anybody?
Thought I had somebody. She hasn't done it, so.
who do I need to browbeat?
Well,
I thought Stacy was gonna do it. I talked to her last week and I thought she was gonna do it.
we'll
So
keep our
everybody
fingers
else quit?
crossed.
Please, please,
All right, if there's nothing else that needs to come before the board, we'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion to.
That's the motion usually
Makes the
everybody
minutes
jumps
much
on.
easier. It's the same people.
All right, we got a motion by Lori, seconded by Clyde to adjourn. All in favor? And we do have 5 yeas. Have a good evening, everyone.